Hey girlies, I am so excited. We are lucky to have Tara back with us today. She is going to share some amazing tips with us. Girls, all of you that are in college and you're about to graduate, you're going to be out there interviewing for that dream job. It's really important to put your best face forward, so your makeup has to be appropriate. And as our lovely model today, our dear Lauren DeMiranda, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
So Tara, if Lauren was just graduating college and she was going to get out into the workforce, what would be the most important thing that girls need to remember?
I guess it comes down to what image you're wanting to put out there. It also matters what you are going to be doing. You're applying for a job in the fashion industry or the creative industry. If you're doing applying to be a nurse, you're applying to be a teacher. It should be, it should always be appropriate. And no matter what job you're doing, it should be clean, fresh, modern. Clean, fresh, modern, because you don't want to walk in looking ultra glam or very, made up, because they'll be distracted by how made up you are. They're not going to be focusing on you and your strengths and your weaknesses and how hard you've worked in college to get your degree. And so you want to sell yourself, not your clothes, not your makeup. You just want to create a great image, and that has it's your clothing, your makeup. And you want to look approachable. So, a lot of people I have found in my experiences, they look at magazines, and I get 10 magazines a month. I'm obsessed. I love them, but to be inspired, not to emulate and literally do what you see on the pages.
Great point.
It's that whole runway versus reality thing. What you see in print, it's editorial. It's supposed to be fabulous and more fun, but for the workplace, you have to take it a couple steps down. Don't be silly. But you can still have fun. You can still have fun, but just keeping it appropriate and especially age appropriate.
So what are we going to be doing on Lauren today?
Well, just as we were discussing, she's going to be going for a job interview, so I want to keep it clean, fresh, modern. I've already prepped and primed her, so this is what I call a basic face, where she has concealer, foundation, powder, so she's very fresh, she's even, and I filled her brows in a little, just enhanced her shape, but it matches her hair color, so they just look more polished, but they don't look done. So I would say next step would be to go to the eyes. You want to make sure you prime your lids. You want to prime your lids, because it'll just give the shadow something to adhere to and also make it last longer. Because you don't want to be in your interview with either dark, mascara and makeup falling, or creasing eyeshadow. You know what I mean? So I'm using, this is by Bobbi Brown, this is called Vanilla, and it's a shadow stick. This is one of Tara's favorite products.
Ooh.
So the key is we always want to make sure, you can take a paper towel, I'm using my fingers, I do that on clients a lot, just to take off any natural moisture that'll be on the lid. And then I just draw it on, and then I use my ring finger to lightly dab it and bring it higher, just so it's blended. So that's your shadow base, and then I would take just a light neutral shadow, and I would put it on top, closer. And what that's going to do, it's just going to set. Just like your foundation, when you use foundation and then you use your, your translucent dusting powder right on top, it sets the foundation and makes it last longer. This does that same type of thing. So it just gives you a really clean, brighter, even finish. So something like that, and use your eyeliner or mascara, that literally could just work.
Yeah.
However, it's fun, to do even just a color on the lids. I wouldn't do anything that's too shimmery. Again, could be clean, fresh, modern. A little bit of subtle shimmer's fine, no glitter.
No.
Let's keep it age appropriate.
Yeah, unless you're going for a job interview in Vegas.
That's true. You know what? That's true. You're right.
But that would be a whole different other show.
That really would be.
Yeah.
And it would be a fun show, and when you want to do it, you'll let me know, because I would love to do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Showgirl makeup.
That would be fantastic. I would love it. So now I'm going to use just a nice warm taupe color. I'm going to have you close for me. I'm bringing this up basically kind of to the middle of Lauren's eye, softening it just where the crease is. So basically, you don't have a hard crease line. Because beautiful makeup is always going to, even if it's really dark to really light, as long as it softly fades, that's what makes it beautiful. Yeah. When you see harsh finish lines, that's what makes it look hard, and when you're looking at someone, that's all you're seeing.
Yeah. You see tramp.
You know what? I was thinking that. I'm glad you said it.
That's what I'm here for.
Yes, to keep it real. Today we're going to use a pencil line. You want to make sure you keep your liner pencil sharpened so you can control it. Okay?
No nubs.
No nubs. No nubs. I would prefer for you to do eyeliner a little on the thinner side. The idea is to enhance, fill in the lash line so that the lashes look fuller, and then it gives a little contrast against her eye color.
Okay.
So it's not to be screaming, hi, I'm wearing eyeliner, and going all fancy and winged. There's a time and place for that. I'm a huge fan of it. It's just not for your job interview.
Right.
I always tell clients, try and meet in the middle. So you start it, it's like lash to lash is where the liner goes. So you're kind of going from the lash here, working your way to the middle, and to the outer corner, working your way to the middle. When you meet in the middle, you have more control to get a really thin, tight line. It's always short strokes because you can control short strokes. Okay. So I'm just pressing it into the lash line. Okay, so our next step is our lash curler. You have a nice, subtle, natural curl to your lashes. The idea is to not look like you have big, big lashes, but it opens up the eyes in such a pretty and natural way. So I'm going to have you look down for me. When you curl your lashes, it's nice to kind of pump 3 times. Did you feel that happen when I put that on you? I just put it on and then I went 1, 2, 3. Okay. It just kind of gives that little added oomph to the lash. So I'm using on you a waterproof mascara. This is our insurance policy that honestly, you know how we primed you with the shadow primer. This waterproof means you're just going to last the whole day and you're not going to blacken your eyes. I'm using on you L'Oreal Voluminous and they're waterproof. This is probably one of my most favorite mascaras in the entire universe. And it's very reasonable, and you want to replace your mascara every, you know, I usually say 1 to 1.5 months, especially waterproof because it dries out. Well, waterproof dries out more quickly. Okay. Okay. So I usually do mascara, I'll shimmy it horizontally, and then I'll go through vertically. So we're now going to do some bronzer, because what people notice often is when, and this is actually why a lot of times somebody might buy a foundation too dark for them. Foundation is meant to even out your skin tone, but sometimes when you put that on, it, you know, cancels out the red, so you feel very fair, feel washed out. So this is most people's favorite step. It's my favorite step, my favorite thing ever, bronzer. So the idea, we're just going to frame the face, okay? We're going to go around the temples, and around the jawline, and under the cheekbones. So in like a crescent moon. You don't have to use bronzer. Use it winter, spring, summer, and fall. It's not, again, you know, not just looking at a fake tan. But yeah, not everybody has to use bronzer. Just
I think everybody has.
Everybody really should. Just saying. Some people like to line before, line after. When I'm doing lip gloss, I actually line before. But then if I'm doing lipstick, I actually like to do the lipstick first, then the liner, because it's not as thick of a consistency. Okay. Yeah. And then I can blend it more easily, and you're not left with a strong line. If that makes sense. Yeah. So we're gonna just do a good like neutral.
So you do the lip liner the same as you do the eyeliner, just the little strokes.
Yep. It's all so you can control it. Because if you're trying to draw this on, it's probably going to get on like too heavy. And so when you find yourself left with that strong lip line and then nothing left on the lips, you probably you're either using the wrong color or you're using it and you're pressing too hard, so you're getting too much on.
That's a beautiful color.
Thank you. This is a NARS gloss. It's called Tempest. So just blending it. And try not to, when you have your lip product on, you don't want to mush your lips, just smack them.
Oh, really?
Because what happens when you're mushing, the lip pencil that's supposed to keep it clean and defined, it kind of, your gloss will like get more into the lip line and it softens, it doesn't look as clean, it looks a little messier. Okay. So you want to, I always tell clients that, try not to mush because you're going outside the lines. Yeah. So I'm going to finish with blush. We're going to pop her cheeks with some blush. And you're perfect, you're smiling, because that's what you want to do. Because it goes on the apple, the fleshy part of the cheek. And it's that same downward diagonal direction that we did bronzer, but we're doing it more up here versus bronzer was more through here. Okay. So just bringing it, I'm using just sheer pink.
Gorgeous!
She's like, what do I look like?
Lauren, what do you think? Do you feel confident to go rock it on an audition or in an interview?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
And what did you learn today?
I need to curl my eyelashes.
Yeah. And it's what, the 1, 2, 3 pump?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 pumps. 3 pumps. And doing it before you put on your mascara. Yeah, it just makes such a big difference with opening the eyes. You know, there's so many things you could do to alter this look, but everybody should have their fresh, clean, modern look perfected, because then you can just change up the liner color. You could change up the lid color, change up the blush color, change up the lip color, but as far as the application of it and where things go and how to do it and having the right tools, that makes all the difference. Yeah.
Your go-to face. So how did you know, when was the aha moment that you just knew you had to be a makeup artist?
The aha moment. Yeah. Wow. A director of movies had asked me to do something. I had done her makeup twice in that 2 week span of time, 2-3 week span of time that I had been doing makeup at Bobbi Brown, and had so much fun. And she said, I'd love for you to do this DVD we're doing based on Leonardo DiCaprio's life, and this was around the Titanic time. So anywho, she asked me if I'd be interested. I decided to, I said that I could do it, the act like you've been there.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Went and dropped about $3,500 on a credit card and put together a kit.
Wow.
Yeah. And then like a week later showed up at the CNN building and did my first
Good for you. You took a leap of faith. How inspiring.
I was scared out of my mind, but
yeah.
What I learned is when you're doing something that you're passionate about, you genuinely enjoy, and you genuinely have fun with, you just can work it out. I mean, I never went to makeup school, but it was something that I'm so visual, and as a child, learning, asking questions, getting to, and hands-on, it became part of me.
And you're an artist at heart.
I'm an artist at heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, creativity, I always knew I'd be in fashion and beauty.
And this is your canvas.
Yep.
Well, I learned a lot today. I'm going to perfect my go-to face. Thank you for taking the time with us today. I know how busy you are. This was awesome. Remember, for more on Tara, she's got a great blog. Go to makeuptherapy.com. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.